I forgot to switch back.
Surprise!
Still nothing.
What about this, Daddy?
Welcome back, guys, to the Wandering Wind. Oh, right. Oops. There we go. Now you can see me too. So I've been working on getting through to Adventure Rank 28. Finally got there. I wish I could have gotten to Adventure Rank 30 though. Oh man, my characters are super underbuilt for what they are. I mean, alright, fair enough. I've got plenty of artifacts that I could use for characters. I've also got Candace now from the event, so that's nice. A decent hydro unit. Let's see, what are her skills? Let's see. Shielder. Characters deal increased elemental damage with their normal attacks. Oh, nice. So, elemental damage. Nice. Hydro infusion. Nice, 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 nice. Well, I guess she might be useful. But right now I've got Lynette, Shannon, Noelle, and Amber. I need to switch out Lynette with the Traveler, though. So let me go ahead and just do that. Come over to the Statue of the Seven. And party set up.
There's still
Switch
a lot.
to Lamine. Resonate with Animo. And then switch out my kit. So, weapon. Oh gosh, the legendary dull blade. Prototype Rancor. Nice. Artifacts. Let's go with the best possible options. Let's see. Quick configuration. Oh, wait, no. Let's just go to... There we go. No other artifacts on any other character. Good. Alright, quick configuration. Resolution and Berserker. Nice. Alright, let's go ahead and level up my flower. Yeah. Let's go to level 10, 12, 13. Ah, well, I shouldn't do that. I really shouldn't do that. All right, level 10 is better than nothing. On a 4-star, it's actually pretty comparable with level 12. All right. 12, 12, 16, 0. That's not great. So, crit rate and crit damage. All right. Let's go ahead and go with this. Good. And then level 12. There we go. I think Lumine's pretty well built now. So let's continue the Archon quest. That'll be good. I know that I probably don't have a whole lot of viewers, but that's okay. I'm happy just being able to stream. Ooh, excellent. More crystal ore. Crystal chunks. Yay. I like my crystal chunks. They're good. I'm going to try and refine another one of these claymores for Noelle at some point, if I can manage to. One of the biggest things I want to do, though, is I want to get to the point to where I can have a decent amount of damage with Lumine and with Amber as well. I want to get Amber up to a decent power level before anything else. Alright, come on, get to the next ledge. Noelle, you can do it. Just a little more. You can take a half-minute break while your stamina recharges. Alright, well, I think I'll be fine. Good. Good, good, good. And now continue on. Good. I think we're about there, honestly. So, still not really looking good for us financially, unfortunately.
Look up there! That's the Jade Chamber!
That's pretty high up.
This has been...
You're only realizing that now?
Well, since we want... Let's look around.
There has to be a way up nearby. Sure there is. It's just not anywhere you can see necessarily. Oh crap. Do not wake the Ruin Hunter. Do not wake the Ruin Hunter. Do not do it.
Hey, look! Since this is the right place, it must have... Yes, this
Must be the way to the Jade Chamber? I don't think so, Pokemon. They wouldn't make it so convoluted. They really wouldn't. But I guess you can try. Hey, at least we got a nice chest. Here we go.
Aw, if that wind current was stronger, we'd be able to reach the top in one go.
Best we go back to Leeway and ask the Melonith.
Huh? Why? Or... Alright, let's Oh, hang up. Looks like we've gotten close. Why don't we shoot you up to the Jade Chamber using the ballista?
I don't have a death wish, thanks.
Oh, that's... Now that you mention it...
All
A
right.
reward on the road.
Grab treasure. Treasure. Good. And now... Wait, how did they see the Guizhong Ballista when it's... Not even... I don't know. Don't ask me how they saw it when there's a mountain in the way. Ugh. Don't ask video games to show their logic. They never will. That's just the way nature intended. That's the way nature and God intended it. Do not make the game make sense. Don't do it. Don't do it. Yeah, see, there's no way that they could see the 𝒂𝒑𝒐𝒂𝒔𝒕 from where they were. But okay. All right, so we gotta fight some enemies. We gotta fight the Millilith. Ah well. Better to fight them here now than later.
Halt! Who trespasses on these hallowed grounds?
We're just passing through.
Exactly. We're invited guests. No. Wait. She pretended to invite us to the...
What? We're just on guard duty. What do you...
What nonsense! Seize these suspicious intruders at once!
Well, here they come.
Line them up and knock them down. Come on, Lumine. Still not right. Hey, Kira. How you doing? I haven't heard from you at all on Discord, so I didn't know what was up. I do like the designs you showed me. I really do think it's an interesting idea.
Windblade.
Yeah,
Bastard! Who goes there?
Be gone. Windblade.
all right,
I
well,
must leave no stone unturned, as a good knight should.
yeah, you're not right.
Hey! Let it rain.
The fact that the Traveler is actually more
Stop.
powerful
What's all this
than my
about?
main DPS up until now is... I'm doing all right. I'm doing good.
Lady Coaching, these...
Who are you calling strange?
Strange.
You want... We're invited guests, here to look for the
Well, as it happens, I am one of the 𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂.
Oh!
Ah,
I'm
you're the
pitching.
Yulong.
I know of you, traveler.
Yeah, I think we should go with that idea.
The
I'll,
𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂 Ballista in Tianheng Pass has long been in disrepair. These Millilith are just here to...
So this was all a
Anyway, for a mortal...
we'll have to figure out what exactly kind of design
Oh, right.
we should
Just
do,
call me
but-
Kuching. I'd say that Ningguang's
Yeah.
We're not taking sides. We spoke with the Adept.
No, I don't really
Who
stream
to
on other
protect Leela as
platforms. I only
well?
really stream on YouTube. Not for lack of trying, but just for
when you say protect.
Huh?
preference on
You are mortals,
Audience.
and thus naturally, they would also... I'll say it like it is.
Well, you've got still. This is the first
I honestly
time
don't
I've
like
seen a person from
the way
Leela
that
who doesn't
Twitch
respect
is
the
treating
gods or
streamers
the
lately,
Adepti.
and then none of the other platforms seem to be
Should I
established
respect
well
the
enough
shallow
anyway.
sense of time and
I don't even
condescension
have
to
that much
mortals
of a following
that
on
has
anything
caused them
else
to
other
delay
than
in moving against us, Chisum?
TikTok, and with TikTok, I do have a few ideas. Like I said,
Forget
we'll
it.
talk in
I
Discord
shouldn't speak
later
of them either way.
about it.
I will... 𝑺𝒐𝒄𝒊𝒂𝒔𝒕's death is in... How
We can,
surprisingly civilized. Well, for
hash out the
Ningguang,
details. By
she
the
would
way, do
talk
you charge
anything and
or
everything out if she could.
because this would be a paid
But I doubt we
commission,
can do
then I'll
that
have
here.
to wait until I have some money. I
The
don't
time
want
of the
to. I don't want
Adepti
to
has long passed.
shortchange you
If
if you're
even the
gonna,
𝑭𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂𝒂
if
don't
you
want
do
to
this
face
for
that
a
truth,
fee.
then what
I want to make
future
sure
is
I've
there for
actually got the
𝑙iyue?
money for it.
I'll stop. You should both be off to the the cream of 𝑙iyue
Favor? But wait, that's right.
All right. You can decide on your greed. You didn't actually have to... Well then. May we meet again, traveler.
Alright, so let me go ahead and move this down just a hair. Oh, yeah, okay.
Well,
Like
that
I said,
Yulong may not... So,
we'll
what
hash out
should
the
we give
details, and then
Ningguang
once I know the
oh,
number, I'll
right. Paimon has
see
a
about
feeling
coming
that
up
it
with
would
the
be...
pr-
Why
with the
don't we
price.
go with that for a... Nope. But let's go gather ingredients.
It'll probably take a minute, but you know, I've been working on getting an income. One of my main incomes that I've had for a while has been building and selling computers, but that's slowed way down recently. So, and I don't really get donations on stream much anymore. If I ever do, it's mainly very few, very far between. I don't even get paid commissions or anything like that anymore from people. Wish I could. Oh well.
Ooh, look at that slime. It looks crystal clear and very delicious. That's the one.
Windblade!
There we go. Well, I'll definitely let you know for sure. I'm definitely interested in making it an actual thing. I really like the idea of actually having decent graphics and stuff again. I've kind of just been...
Huh? Is it just Paimon? Or is there a sweet fragrance in there?
Oh, I'm not sure. Honestly, depending on the
Did you hear
quality
that?
of work,
It
a lot of
seems
people
like it came from...
charge different
It
prices.
looks like the treasure...
From what I found, it's not so much the quality of work that determines the price. It's the experience too, because a lot of people. Okay, take for example a car mechanic, right? People complain all the time about how they spend so much for a simple repair, but the thing is, you're not just paying for the repair, you're also paying for the expertise, the years of training and experience that went into the ability to be able to take one look at a car and be able to fix the thing in like 5 seconds versus in like 2 days. You know, yeah, the price may seem outrageous to us at the time, but the thing is, if they didn't spend all that time getting to the point where they could actually be more
Thank you for your help.
I was
skilled,
nothing.
then
I
need to
understand. Don't
charge
say
as
that.
much.
I'm Mung Dan.
I mean,
I never
me as
expected
a
that those treasures.
freelance
Is there anything that you lack?
computer repair.
Wait a moment. Actually,
Oh?
do
Oh,
you have a
nice.
box that can...
I didn't know
Of
you did
course we
business
do.
cards and stuff.
Now just
too.
give me a moment, and
That's awesome.
Paimon's...
Gonna have to really look into that. I've been meaning to get a business card for my computer repair business. I thought about just using Vistaprint, but honestly, I'll probably use them for the printing, but I don't want to use them for the design because their designs are just kind of bland. You know, they don't really jive with the vibe I want to have for something like that. I want to be able to have it be unique to me as well as being, oh well, that one I'm not getting anytime soon. What about that one? Yeah, I can get that. That Oculus, at least. I'll just swim over. I'm not worrying about these idiots. Awesome. Yeah, we'll be talking more on Discord and stuff. I'm busy today, but I'll probably talk with you later tonight or tomorrow. I'm involved in recovery ministries and stuff around town, so I'm often not always at home. I usually stream off hours most of the time anyway. It's like, wait a minute, you didn't schedule this stream. No, I didn't. I just stream when I can. I mean, I try and keep to a schedule, but oftentimes I end up being almost on call with people. You know, crises don't really have a timetable anymore. Let's see, where are we going next? The pavilion, right? Or no, wait, no. Hey, thanks. I appreciate it.
Windblade.
So, yeah, I'm happy to be here.
Hey there! A guy.
Uncle Mung already told me many of the best goods in our here. This
Jeez.
contain.
Yep. Hang on a moment.
Sure. Please help yourself.
Traveler, this clay pot looks really awesome. If we use an antique as our, it's done.
Oh yes. You might want to use.
Woohoo!
Nice.
It'll look great. Now the
Sugar frosted slime. Alrighty then. Oh, I'm from the United States. I'm from Ohio, actually. It's pretty funny. Most people don't even realize that I'm from Ohio. Most people, I mean, I've gotten asked if I'm from like New York or although honestly, if I were from New York, I'd have a New York well, maybe not a New York accent, but you know. I don't know. A lot of times people are like, where are you from? Your accent is just, I can't place it. And I'm like, honestly, I don't know that I have an accent as much as I just have a lisp. I've been told from many people that I do have a bit of a lisp. And that I don't exactly talk like anyone else.
Excuse me,
Do you sell the moon here?
Yes. How many?
it's not convenient to speak.
Ah, well said. Please, use the...
Yep.
And yet the code they used was not the one for get.
Alrighty then. Hey, between the goalposts, how you doing tonight? Good to see you. Good to see you. I
I've been
forget
waiting
who
for
it is that
you,
you are
returnee
on
from Joanne
Discord or
Karst.
whatever, but I recognize you, man.
Since this is
Sorry
our
about the
Oh,
well,
for me.
like previously unscheduled
You have my
stream.
thanks.
I just kind of did this because I had the minute, had the time. I've been busy today, but I wanted to get to streaming the end of the, well, as much as I can of the end of the Archon quest in Liyue. Also want to get up to adventure rank 30 before the next time I stream. That way I can hopefully build my characters better.
I'm glad you like it too.
I got done with work, huh? Day's been good. Just kind of, you know, meandering along, getting stuff done. We've got work supposed to be getting done on the apartment today, but they still haven't been around.
This palace
It
floats in the
sucks.
skies. Higher than I have been gathering the funds necessary to build it. At first,
But
it was one
you
day.
know, I'm just glad to
I
be
believe
here.
it will not many from outside. As such,
All
I
right.
have been.
Let's see.
And I finally got wind.
Wait,
Everyone at Wangshu. At the Gui. Our eyes and ears are more than
My
sufficient.
day's
Well, I
been
wouldn't
good.
expect you to
Day's
trust
been
us.
good. Yeah, 8 a.m. until 6 p.m. and they don't show up till 5:45. Yeah, exactly.
I
don't
believe
know
that
why
you've
they do
heard of
that.
the Archon War.
I don't
Many
understand
gods
it.
used
I
to
mean,
walk
I
in the
think that
end. Only you
sometimes
can see
the way that people
gleaming
act,
stones
it's
beneath
like,
the
oh,
spears
well,
lie those
they're
cast
not on
down by Rex.
timetable. They're
Not only is
just-
it true that God, another
they're
Lord
just,
of Geo will
you know,
arise
apartment
sooner or
dwellers. They
later.
don't know nothing.
Even in
It's
a
like,
new
but
era, the
thing
Liyue
is,
Chiefing remain Rex Lapis's former subjects.
we have lives too.
Do you read
And depending on
that
who
day
you are,
at
you
Eugene
also
but
have
our
a
enemy
job
has
and
long
other things.
hiding
And
the
yet,
Exuvio was a
oh,
nest.
well, we need you here at such and such a time so that way we can
What do you
come
think,
in
traveler?
because we're not going to come in without one of the residents being here.
Well
What if both
answered.
of us worked? Or what if both of us had an
The scenery
appointment somewhere else and it's like, really? But, you know, I guess it's just the nature of things. instead of considering your situation and your circumstances, they want you to always cater to their circumstances
I've
and
never
their
seen such a
and
fancy place
their
before.
considerations. Which, I guess, I mean, all right, fine, fair enough, but dang, I mean, I don't know.
Be at ease, you two.
Can we really?
I have
We
invited
might
you
not
two
be here much
as friends.
longer anyway, depending on how things go. Mom got a bump in her
Why,
Social
you've kept
Security,
your
which
ear-
is going to put us
Because even the
over
store
That's
the
because
limit
that
to be
wall
able to get
but the
assistance
secrets
from
of, if possible. But if
various
you were to choose the more
programs in the
trustworthy
area, and
person
so
between myself and
we may end up having to
I
find a
originally
cheaper
thought
place
her a
to
bit
live.
too, but after she said those, well,
Uh,
I won't deny
maybe,
that Rex
I'm not sure. We'll see how
Indeed.
things go in the next few
I
months.
called for the gag
Our
order
lease isn't up
with
until
Rex Lapis' death,
March,
allowing the right
so
of parting to.
if we can manage to
That's right.
Of course.
hold
Heard
off
that anyone who
on
sends a greeting
spending
gift
a whole
gets
lot,
a
we might
little-
have enough saved up by then for that.
Well,
but
we have made.
even then, that's
Paimon
just
with- One of the sheets on the... Don't look at Paimon like that. Just
Yeah.
imagine.
we're not. It doesn't look at it. It doesn't look too
So-
good right now.
You don't have to confirm it afterwards. Why not sit down? Come now.
It really doesn't
Well,
look
that
too
was
good right now.
la, la, la. Oh, there's a sigil
boy.
of... that doesn't sound... this... Oh, Ningguang put research on the sigil. Speaking of which, there's... Oh. Well...
Yeah, I
should
have
we
at
not-
least have some time to think about it, but
Oh, so you're
at
saying
the same
that...
time, you know, our finances are so
Anyway,
so
before
fixed
we
pretty
look...
much. At least mine. And Mom's only jumped up in amount recently because her ex-husband died. And we're thinking that a lot of the increase comes from rollover benefits that he had that is now going to her. I'm not sure exactly. But yeah, it's just not my dad, previous husband, but you know, she was married twice, so there's that. I don't know exactly what's going to go on with all this, but hopefully by the end of the lease period we have some idea, or at least we have some way to keep moving forward instead of I guess wandering. Not to put too fine a point on it, but we might be wandering through life hoping that we can figure something out and not really being able to. Not sure. Yeah, enough to push us out of assistance, but not enough to make up for it. Yeah, isn't that the way that the government operates most of the time, though? You'd like to get out from under the thumb of the system, but then you end up finding out that you're still well within it, just in a different fashion, and not in the kind of fashion you'd like to be, where maybe you could actually find a way to make ends meet. Instead, you're like, oh well, so I still can't manage to afford anything, but
There really were Fatui at the location written down on
dang
this
it,
piece
really?
of paper.
I tried to avoid getting into fights. I
And,
tried.
they look really mad at
And I
us,
failed.
too.
Dang it. You guys suck.
Yeah.
You really do.
Yeah. Ha.
All right, so I think I'm out of battle now. Nope. Not quite at all. Dang it.
No escape. As a dutiful maid would. Live steady as stone.
Detoxifying heat! You need to hurry up!
Yeah.
This one's well done!
Come on.
Yeah.
You need to hurry up!
Ha.
Roast and fry!
stone unturned.
You need to hurry up. This one's well done.
Come on. Almost there. There we go. Okay.
There are so many talismans here.
I think the main thing is that the system loves to
But how did I
give you the appearance of independence and then
peculiar copy
snatch it away.
residual of permission
Like,
in hopes of
oh,
achieving a
you
similar
think you're gonna get better, but nope.
being able to channel
Haha. You thought you were getting independence, but it was I, Dio.
Soon.
I've been infected by the internet brain rot. Oh my gosh. I've been infected by the internet anime brain rot. It's ridiculous. It's horrible. Why? Why?
The last stop. Let's go.
I don't even watch. What is that? Is that 𝑭𝒐𝒄𝒂𝒔𝒕 Kaisen or something? I'm not sure which. But I don't even watch that show. The most brain rot show I've got. Yeah, it's got a day-night cycle. You can even change the time of day. And the day of the week. You can skip 2 days ahead if you want to, if you need to. I think they added that because
Someone needs
a
assistance.
lot of quests require you to wait until the next day. And so if you had to wait real time for that, people would get kind of not happy. So they decided to add the ability to control time. Ah, there we go. The Oculus collected. Yay. Alright, where is Zhongli? There you are, buddy. There you are. And down.
Right on time. Did you enjoy your visit?
It was
So,
Indeed. Then
I
you
guess
met
one of
with
the things that I
Ningguang?
really struggle with all of this is trying to be a better
So you also met with...
steward of my finances.
Indeed, contrary to... Although she's friendly.
Because
Yes.
how can you
She is
steward
on... It said that she's the one behind...
finances that don't really stretch or go anywhere
Why,
anyway?
Mora?
I mean, the majority of our money is
That
going
is how the
straight
𝑭𝒐𝒂𝒔𝒕...
to whatever bill
matter
or
what they
whatever
may
is
be
coming up.
So, is there anything we...
Yes, as a matter of
And
fact, there's...
considering we're going to be
Oh, right.
no. Though Dihua Marsh used
seeing
to
an
be full
increase
of
in our rent
before
again
the
next
Archon.
year.
Of course, there are some wild
rent is
glazes,
going to
but I'll
be
need your
going up to
assistance
about
in gathering.
$1,000 a month
I need you
just for rent and water.
We'll only know
Because the
once
water
she's...
payment is included in the rent, but even then, it's like, seriously? Why? Why are we paying this much just... I mean, thankfully, we have more than just Mom's income. We also have mine. But still, that's not helpful at all. It sucks.
It's time to sing.
And yet,
Whenever you're
every
ready.
time...
Da-da-da.
Every time.
What happened? These flowers are jumping. They look really
Oh,
angry.
you can manage to
Because
get
you sing a song for Mondstadt that they don't understand
out of
here,
debt.
Leo?
You can manage to get out of the thumb of the government. Sure I can.
Windblade.
Sure I can.
Yeah. Yeah.
And depending on who gets elected in a few days, we may end up seeing that this gets even worse. Yeah, so we may end up seeing it get worse. Honestly, no matter who gets elected, it's probably going to get worse anyway, just because The government don't want to help us. They want to help themselves, no matter who it is. It could be the Democrats, it could be the
Those
it could be
weren't
the
Glaze
Republicans, it could be
lilies
the
wouldn't hit
Independents, it could be
people.
no one.
This little monster
And
is
we'd
no...
still have people taking
glaze lily is
advantage of the
used as a
system
dis-
like
Well,
Elon Musk
that's nice
just
and
because
all.
they can.
Unfortunately,
Guy comes in
So
illegally.
lame.
Well, the guy comes in on a student visa, works here illegally, starts a company, everything else, and then ends up being one of the richest men, if not the richest man in America.
Excuse me.
And we're still like, oh,
Are you
well,
searching
those
for
darn
glaze
illegals.
lilies?
It's like, well, hello. And, you know, the thing is, the illegals aren't even the problem. It's the people here
Hello, traveler.
that are the problem.
I'm surprised you still
You know,
remember my
the
name.
people who come over seeking asylum are not coming for our 5-figure, 6-figure jobs. They're coming here to take what employment they can in areas that no one wants to work anyway.
That reminds me.
Well, it sure
I mean,
would have been better.
Didn't I tell you the way?
Ask any white-collar
We
dude
found the way on our own.
if
Oh,
they would
I
quit
see.
their job and go work in a field for 12 hours a day for minimum
She's
wage.
acting different from
Most
the...
people would say
Well, I
absolutely
met
not.
you at that time.
You came all the way out
But
here
you know
to
what
see
the immigrants do? They come in, they work in the
Terrace
fields.
is where Rex
They're hard
Lapis
workers. They
part.
do what they
Whenever
can.
my
They know
duties
they
take
need
me
to
near
take care
you.
of their families. They'll take whatever
Sorry,
position
we
they can to
shouldn't
do
have
it.
brought it up.
That's the plan. And they'll send money back to the family that's still in the original country because they had to support them.
No, it's
The
quite
conversion
all right.
rate between
When the Archon War came to its end, yes. Now,
American
the other
money and
5,
Mexican money or
including
whatever
heirs
money
of the
from
current
whatever
7
country
Archons. This
is
means that
such
Lyra had
that
been
they
under
can make
Rex
a pittance
Lapis's
here,
rule
but
from
over
the
there
moment
it's
it was
riches.
first founded 30
And so
what
that's
do
why
you
they come
think of
over
this?
here
Huh?
to help their
This-
family, but also to try and find
As a
a
mortal,
better life.
But
They're
as an
not taking the
adeptus,
5-figure jobs that we have here.
yes,
They're taking the
after the war
waitress
ended,
jobs, the cleaning
I-
jobs,
well, let's
the
save that conversation. I
field
also
worker
know where
jobs,
wild.
everything else. They're taking the ones
We
that
did-
we would never
Oh,
touch
so
with a
did you sing
10-foot
a-
pole.
Indeed, I did.
And yet we complain
Wow,
about them
so you
making our
really know
economy
your stuff.
worse.
No, it is you who I should
Okay,
be thanking.
then.
If you would excuse me.
Let someone like
I should-
Donald
And that
Trump or
just
J.D.
about
Vance
does
get
it.
into office and start
given the
reporting
ease
everyone
of
up,
picking glaze lilies.
everyone en
I
masse,
can already imagine
and see
you
how
starting a
wonderful,
business in Lille.
wonderful the agriculture industry is after about a year of that.
I've had enough.
We'll
Beginning a
find that
new
we really do
undertaking
not
is
have the
always
ability
difficult
to
at
starve.
first, and requires
And,
no small amount of effort.
We really don't have
and once
business
is at full
starving.
steam,
And yet
the
here we
stress
are,
of it all
starving
only
anyway,
wears
because
away at you over time.
we decided to get rid of the workforce that was doing the jobs that we didn't want to even take care of. But I digress. It's not like I'm wanting to get political. It's just that I'm kind of tired of the whole system being absolutely screwed up. It's like, oh well, yeah, sure. You know, we get so up in arms about whatever, but then we realize that at the end of the day, it doesn't matter a hell of beans compared to just being able to say, you know what, I'm happy to have what I have, and if I didn't have what I had, then I'd have something else, and I would be perfectly happy with that, or at least I would try to be, because that's the way it should be, right? Who in the heck in their right minds is saying, oh, well, we should get rid of our crucial workforces? No one? But you know who wants to get rid of our crucial workforces? The ones who know that once those are gone, they can control us. They can control us easier. They can micromanage us to the point to where we don't have any agency of our own because we're dependent on the government for every darn thing now. Oh, by the way, this is exactly what they accuse the other side of wanting to do, and yet this is what they're doing instead. Yeah, it's all a scam. Politics is a scam. No one really gets out alive. No one really gets out sane, and no one really gets out without saying things they don't mean or doing things that go completely against what they say they're for. You know, politics is a scam, and everyone's just playing into the game. If you really want to be honest, I would say if you want to save yourself a lot of headache, do not vote. But only after this election. This election is important. We need to vote because we need to keep a senile old man out of office and his corrupt crony from taking over once he's made sure that the senile old man is deposed as incompetent, because I'm thinking that's what their plan is. Get Trump elected, and then once Trump is elected, they depose him, citing the same reasons they cited for Biden to not be in office anymore. And then J.D. Vance takes over and drives the country into the ground. That's what the plan is. That's exactly what the plan is. It has to be. There's no other reason for why they're still backing this man that is obviously mentally and physically unfit to run the country, just based on the fact that he's sometimes so confused just being on stage. The poor guy needs a break. He doesn't need another job. He needs a vacation and well, yes, to face justice, but he needs a vacation, and he needs to not be involved in politics that are way above his ability to contribute to anymore. I wouldn't ask a grandfather figure to I wouldn't ask an 80-year-old grandpa to run the country. I don't think anyone else would either. If they would, then we've got more problems than just what you think. I mean, come on. What is with people and their idea that, oh, well, we can just... I don't know. It's ridiculous. And honestly, I really don't think we're finding any common ground or any real solutions with the system as is. Because the Democrats don't have everything right. The Republicans don't have everything right. The Independents don't have everything right. The Libertarians don't have everything. No one in politics has the right possible answer, at least not completely. And so that's why we can't hang our hats on politicians fixing our problems. You know what we need to do? We need to allow the people to help fix the problem, whatever it is. Oh, we have a social needs problem where people aren't getting the assistance they require in order to survive. Okay, then, instead of hoping the government takes care of the people instead of only themselves, let's do grassroots movements and get things done ourselves, you know? Start up charities, start up programs, start up local organizations that can take care of the homeless, the needy, the dispossessed, and the underfunded. Because honestly, that's what we need. We don't need this whole, oh, well, the government will take care of it. You know what? The church should have never given up their position as the social program for the needy. You know, Jesus talked about, and the book of Acts in the Bible talks about how the church in the early days came together and we had all things in common. We supported the widow and we supported the orphan. We supported the poor and we supported the needy. We also encouraged them to do for themselves so that they could contribute. But that was the early church, and that was the early days of social support programs. It wasn't this, oh, well, the government's going to take care of it, because at the time the Roman government couldn't care less about the dispossessed. All they wanted to do was maintain and remain in power. That's what the Roman government wanted to do. So it fell to the church to take care of the dispossessed. It fell to the church to take care of the widow and the orphan. It fell to the church's responsibility to take care of everything that needed to be taken care of. Not because it was necessarily only their responsibility, but because they were the only ones that were willing to take on the responsibility. You know who wasn't willing to take on the responsibility? The government. And then when the government was willing to take on the responsibility was when the church stopped wanting to take on the responsibility. The church got tired of being the church. That's the problem. It's not that the church isn't in government anymore. It's that the church didn't want to be a part of the solution anymore. You know, I hear more grumbling, not to badmouth anyone in churches, not to badmouth anyone in particular, but just to illustrate the issue, I hear more grumbling from different people in just general churches around my area about giving to the less fortunate. Oh, well, maybe they should go get a job. Maybe they should go get assistance from the government. Maybe they should stop leeching off the government and actually do something for themselves. Blah, 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 blah. And yet the early church would have definitely corrected them in their thinking. They would have. So what if they can't take care of themselves? So what if they're struggling right now? We don't want to help them. That's the way that I hear. That's what I hear when I hear them talking like that. And it drives me absolutely nuts. What happened to us being the bastion of peace, love, and care for the people? What happened to us being a light of love in the world and yet, oh, well, no, we can't take care of them. They're not like us. Oh, we'll take care of our people. We'll take care of the people that are in our congregation. Sure. I've known several congregations over the years that I've been involved with that will take care of their own. Oh, Arlene McKinnon needs $50 more in order to pay for gas this week, even though she only goes to 2 places and one of them's the bar, or what, or I don't know. This family doesn't have rent money again for the 3rd month in a row, and they're doing absolutely nothing to help themselves. That's rich. I mean, it's one thing when they're trying to do for themselves and they're still struggling to make ends meet. My family members have been having that issue for a while. But when I'm not saying we should cut off funding, but we should be encouraging them to do more for themselves. But also, if we're going to fund people that are part of our congregations that much, why aren't we going to fund people that are not part of our congregations? Why are we not going to fund people that are desperately in need, but just don't belong to our church? Oh, well, they're not a member of our church, so we don't know how they're going to spend the money. You don't give them the cash. You pay the people that the bill goes to. You don't.
If you were 𝒂𝒐𝒂𝒐, I imagine that you would be entitled.
This is why I have problems with the way that things are run today. It's not because I'm necessarily angry. It's because I'm just disappointed. I'm not mad. I'm disappointed. People, we need to do better. If we're not going to do better, we might as well just say we're not the church anymore. Right? Right? That's what it is. And so this election is definitely going to be the difference between whether or not some of these programs survive for the next 10 years or they disappear in the next 5. Because J.D. Vance has made it clear he wants to defund a lot of the programs that help little guys like you and I keep above water. And Lord knows Trump isn't going to stay in office long. As soon as he gets elected in, you know what they're going to do? They're going to elect it. They're going to get him out because he's not the one that they want. He's the one that they used, but he's not the one they want. The one they want is a guy that'll do the extreme version of what they want. Have absolutely no scruples about basically just saying, you know what? Screw the poor, screw the needy, screw the hungry. I want what I want, and I want it now. That's what they want. They want the person that's going to just do whatever it takes in order to maintain status quo for the rich, and the poor can just go to heck in a handbasket. That's what they want to do.
Guess I should take you more seriously.
Here we go. Yes.
No wonder Senora was so wary of you. Well, that just means I can go all out.
Brace yourself. This is about to get tough. Now, show me what you can do against the might of a Harbinger.
Steady as stone.
I mean, I hate to be that guy. I do. I hate to be the guy that says, oh, well, we can't have anything nice. But we can't really anymore. It's not because we're not trying. It's because we have people in high places that do not care about whether or not you're on your last leg and don't have any money to make ends meet for this month. They feel like if you don't have enough money to make ends meet, then you're a moocher and that's all you are. They don't think of you as a person. They think of you as a product. And at that, you're a product of the system they created. You're a product of the system that they've maintained for the last 50 years. Reagan started it. Reagan started it and really made it a point to have it really just screw up. Oh, it's going to trickle down. We're going to give tax breaks to the ultra rich, and the poor are going to benefit. How in the world do you think they became ultra rich? They didn't become ultra rich because they were generous with their funding. You know how they got ultra rich? They hoarded every single cent they got in. So the rich will stay rich. The poor will get poorer, and the money that is being spent on programs are going to be for the select few that are viewed as viable and valuable in our society. That's it. That's all. We're not going to see a resurgence of people that really view the masses as valuable. We're not going to see a group of people that are going to say, oh, we need to take care of the less fortunate. No, we're going to see a lot of people saying we need to take care of ourselves. We need to take care of our people. You know in The Incredibles, the first movie, where Bob is talking to the Insurco manager, the CEO or whatever. I thought we were here to help people. We're here to help our people, including our stockholders, Bob. Yeah, it's not about the people. It's about profits. It's not about you. It's about them. It's not about your needs. It's about their wants and their desires. It's about what they want to do in order to stay in power and to stay healthy and to stay wealthy and to stay comfortable in their lives. It's not about us. It's really not. And the sooner we all understand that, and the sooner we all realize that, and the sooner we all accept that is just the sheer fact of the matter, the better off we'll all be. I hate to break it to myself and to other people, but we are not valued in the eyes of... We are not valued in the eyes of anyone except our own level of people. If you're valued by anyone in society, it's by the people that understand where you're coming from, because they're the same way. They're in the same boat. So, who values the poor? Other poor. Who values the needy? Other needy. Who values the sick? Other people who are sick. Who values the dispossessed? Other people that know what it's like to be dispossessed. Who values the Christians? Other Christians. Maybe. Sometimes. Sometimes not. It depends on the day. But we're not going to see a resurgence of, oh, well, I see people that are so happy to just contribute to the needs of other people. That's not going to be the way it is anymore. It's really not. And it's unfortunate.
It seems the burden of, and now that I consider,
I don't know. I might just be rambling. This might just be an angry man's way to vent, but I'm not trying to be angry. I'm trying to be reasonable about everything, because honestly, reasonability is something that we see in short supply in today's world. Today's world is that, oh, well, if you're not part of the muckety mucks at the top, then you don't matter, is what a lot of people think. A lot of people could care less about whether or not you're taken care of the way that you need to be. It's sad, but it's true. It's sad, but it's true. I wish we could get back to the days where we just cared for people instead of weighing the options between caring for someone or, you know, making it a social or a political issue of, oh, well, do we help someone? Do we not? Do we help them? Do we not? It's like, why is this a political problem? Why is this a political issue? It shouldn't be a political matter of whether or not science matters, or whether or not helping people is the right thing to do, or whether or not we should be better people, or whether we should be crappy people.
Will the nation that has lost its deity be swallowed up by an ancient malice once more?
I don't know.
Together with the people of Liyue, you're free to stay and enjoy the show.
We either rise above the waves or we drown together. That's how we do it. We're either going to unite together to support one another in the way that we can, or we're going to see that nothing matters and that we're all just basically dross in the eyes of society, in the eyes of our leaders. That's where we're going to be. That's where we're going to be. We're going to be viewed as worthless in the eyes of society if we're not really, well, we already are in the eyes of high society anyway. People look at us poor folk and say, oh, well, are they even people? That's the unfortunate part.
What are you?
That's the unfortunate part.
Faced with a calamity of such magnitude.
It's not just you, which is why
Let's just go ahead and finish this Archon quest. I'm sorry, I'm seeing a whole lot of things that are disappointing me, honestly. The political rally yesterday. That
So be it. We haven't a moment to spare.
the actually, it wasn't even a political rally. It was a propaganda rally, is what it was. Nothing but propaganda from self-centered idiot politicians that wanted to make themselves feel and look important in the eyes of their constituents and in the eyes of their supporters. That's what it is. People that know that getting themselves puffed up is going to keep them feeling good, even if they lose. Oh, that's another thing. If they lose again, like they did last time, prepare for another January event. Prepare for another January event, because honestly, I don't put it past them to try it again. And I don't put it past them to try and do it bigger, do it worse, because honestly, I'm nothing against Trump individually. I just think that his people, the people that have backed this guy, have been deluded into thinking that they're serving some higher purpose, this greater purpose, but really all they're doing is self-serving the interests of the top 1% of the Republican Party, the extreme right Republican Party. And I'm not talking about Trump. I'm talking about the ones that puppeted him into the office in the first place the first time around. Because the Lord knows, God knows, he did not get into office on his own. And he did not, he didn't come up with this on his own either. I'm sure that there was someone that was like, hey, you know what would be a good idea? Get into office as president. You can be the savior of America. Yeah, that was another thing I heard last night, that Trump is the savior of America, that Trump will save our nation, that God will save our nation through Trump. I'm like, how dare you put any man in the position of savior other than Jesus Christ? How dare you say that God wants to save this nation when we haven't been a God-fearing nation in centuries? And not just because of Democrats, but also because of the Republicans honestly only serving God in name, not in spirit. I hate to say it. I hate to say it. I hate to say it, but it's the truth. Why? Because it is.
𝑭𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒃 divine power. I am.
Lovely. Divine power.
Be careful not to get hit.
But, you know, the thing that drives me nuts, the thing that absolutely grinds my absolute gears, that ticks me off to the extreme, and just makes me want to scream at people sometimes, is how easily they buy into the lie that the only way forward is to back this guy, and that we can't have anything else that helps the country except for this guy and his people, his party. When in fact this party is probably going to be the end of all of us. Great.
Were you about to say we can't hold them, children? Don't lose heart. Here, take this.
Excellent. All right, now we got... Now we got better power. And people are like, oh, well, you just don't understand. The Democrats are always going to be for these liberal and extremist policies. You know what? I have yet to see any evidence beyond a few weeks ago of any of these rumors that have come up against people like Sherrod Brown and all these other Democrat politicians. Oh, well, Sherrod Brown backed this extremist policy that we just heard about. It's like, if you just heard about it, or if you've known about it for a while, or if it's in public record, why wasn't this brought up months ago, before the election cycle started in earnest? But no, you hear about these new, you hear about these new stories of radical policies that these politicians have backed, and they're coming like 3 months, 2 months, 1 month before the election. That's propaganda at its finest. That's propaganda at its finest. You know why? Because they're literally sowing the seeds of discord right as the elections begin, right as people are heading for the polls. You know, and I saw a post of a lady that works as a poll worker in her state that was yelled at and verbally abused by a voter because legally she told the lady that she could not wear a Trump shirt into the polling place because that's law. You're not allowed to bring merchandise in, political merchandise, into the voting area because that could be considered pressuring the voter to either go one side or the other. You're not allowed to do that. You have to be so many feet away from the polling location. That's just the law. It's always been in the law. And yet they're like, no, do not. We're literally arguing over legalities just because we don't like the fact that the other party doesn't stand with our guy. It's driving me absolutely up the wall. You wonder why people don't want to vote anymore. I know several people that don't want to vote this year because the elections just seem stupid anymore. And the politics just seems like it's less and less valuable to be involved in anymore. And I get it. I do. It's ridiculous. Life has gotten to the point where we no longer value dissenting opinions as just that, dissenting. Instead, if you don't think the way I do, you're not just another person, you're my enemy. That's what it is anymore. Oh, you're not just thinking differently from me. You literally are my enemy now. That's some jacked up thinking. That's some jacked up thinking. And yet we think like that. Because the Republicans have conditioned us to be being like that now. The Republican Party has conditioned their people to think like that now. It's absolutely ridiculous. It's mind-boggling. But we've gotten there. And now we're seeing the fruits of that. 8 years of if you're not for us, you're against us. If you're not with us, you're our enemy. If you're... And the enemy within. The enemy within. It's always the enemy. You know who's the enemy within? The ones talking about the enemy within. Those are the ones that you have to worry about. Because those are the ones that are sowing the seeds of division, discord, and anger against other fellow citizens of our United States. That's what it is. It's not that they're trying to point out a problem with our nation. It's that they're trying to make it to where the only way that we fix our nation is by putting their people in. By putting their people in office. That's what it is. That's the entire point of it. That's why we have this system as screwed up as it is now. I just feel bad. I feel bad for all these people that only watch mainstream news and only watch the conservative mainstream news and only get part of the picture where, oh, the Democrats are evil, the Democrats are doing this, the Democrats are doing that, and that's all they hear. And so they go to the polls believing all these things and vote for someone that doesn't even care about them, only themselves. Oh, Donald Trump cares about me. Donald Trump knows what it's like. Donald Trump came into money young.
I'll sacrifice the Jade Chamber.
And nothing against him. I'm sure there are plenty of good people that have come into some good amounts of money that have done some very kind and very thoughtful and very philanthropic things. They have. But it's hard to identify with the people when you've never lived the life they have. I come from a community where 95% of the people in and around our area are farmers. All right? Farmers. I never grew up as a farmer, so I don't understand what it's like to live their life. I've had to learn parts about their lives through building relationships with them. But I don't know what it's like personally to be a farmer. So I wouldn't know how to advocate for farmers because I've never been a farmer. I don't know how to advocate for immigrants because I was never an immigrant. I don't know how to advocate for rich folk because I've never been a rich person. But for those that do have ties to those communities, for those that know what it's like to live that lifestyle, they would be the ones that I think we would want to be putting in office because they would know what it means to be poor, what it means to be a farmer that just manages to make enough to make ends meet for that year after the harvest because the weather made it hard. You know, if we're not willing to put people in office that are actually for us because they've been where we are, we're not going to have a nation or a government that really cares about us. They're just going to care about us enough to get us to vote for them and then nothing more. They're going to care about us enough to talk the way we want them to talk, and then their lips are giving us service, but their actions do not show it.
Save your flattery.
Wow, what a concept. A politician only says what we want to hear until they get elected. Wow, what a concept.
Come now. There's no need for such harsh words, Cloudred. I've heard that when Ningguang beat that first,
the politicians are only on our side as long as we're on their side. Wow, what a concept.
Seeing the Jade Chamber destroyed.
Well, I was really hoping
you got to think, people. You got to think. It's not so much that we are necessarily not.
Thank you all for hearing me out. We know very
It's
well
not that we're
what we
necessarily
got
bad
today.
people or that
But
they're
please
bad
forgive
people.
us.
It's that they're living a different lifestyle. They're from a different
3,700 years.
they're from a different class of people.
According to our records, the Adepti
They
find that even
they
to
didn't
this
go to
very
the
day,
small
Leela
town
and Leon
Hicks
has
school
stood
in
the test of time,
nowhere,
seeing
Ohio that
stone,
you know, half the people in that town know the other half of the people in that town, and everyone knows everyone's business. A lot of these politicians came from either big money or from big cities. J.D. Vance is not a small town hillbilly, no matter what his book says. It's been proven that he doesn't know half of what he wrote in his book. J.D. Vance, and even if he did come from that, he's so far removed from that now that he doesn't really care. It's just like most of the politicians. They might have started out small, but they don't care anymore because they've gotten to the point where now they have cushy lives. They live in big houses. They drive nice cars. They go to golf courses. They have country clubs. They have other things. You know, you have politicians that do not know what it's like to be a struggling single mom or a deadbeat addict on the street because you fell back off the wagon for the third time in a row and you can't manage to make ends meet anymore. They don't know. And because they don't know, they can't tell. They can't tell the other lawmakers, but this is what this country needs because this is what these people need. This is what this country needs because this is what these people are struggling with. This is what this country needs because this is where things are. No, instead, all they know is the top 1% and their gripes and complaints because we have this little thing called lobbying that continues to be a legal way to bribe politicians into doing things that they want. They call it lobbying, it's bribery. They call it lobbying, it's practically pay to win. Okay. To use gamer terms, it's a pay to win government. If you have enough money to pay, you have enough money to win, right? So, okay, I'm a big company. I don't want restrictions made on my products because that would make it harder for me to be able to make money. So what am I going to do? I'm going to pay a politician in government to make it so to where if I don't want to pay taxes or extra taxes on what products I sell, then I don't have to because the government will make it so that I don't have to. Or, and all I have to do is grease the palms of whoever runs that part of the country's government. That part of the country's whatever, you know. Is there
anything I can do for you? We've come to see Zhongli. Unfortunately, Zhongli is... Doesn't the Northland Bank belong... Last time we saw Zhongli, do you think he doesn't know about
okay,
the...
so...
We had better go and make Come to think of...
I'm going to make a video later today. The government doesn't talk... The government does not care about you. It may not be very popular. I don't give a darn. I don't give a darn whether or not it's popular. I don't care if people don't want to watch it. But I'm going to make it and I'm going to share it on Facebook. The government does not care about us. Whether it's Donald Trump or Kamala Harris or J.D. Vance or Tim Walz or
Don't take it to heart, child. Besides, aren't you happy that you got to skip
any of them,
chaos to the land?
even our local guys. Okay, Sherrod Brown and Bernie Moreno. Okay, let's go local. Let's go Ohio. Sherrod Brown, Democrat. Bernie Moreno, Republican. Both of them do not care about the little guy. You know why? Because all they want to do is continue to make policies and do things that make them look good to the voters to where they can keep their job.
child.
That's what it is.
You remember
It's
me
not that we
being more-
necessarily are benefiting from any policies they make. We're not necessarily benefiting from any decisions they go through with. You know what we're benefiting from? We're benefiting more from people helping people. People helping people. People supporting other people. It's not a government job. It's government money being given to local organizations. So, you think that
Gathering all
voting a guy in
forces
that
and-
says that he's going to lower taxes for the middle and lower class, he won't. You know what he'll do? He'll lower taxes for the upper class, for the upper crust, because he'll see that he gets more funding for his next campaign if he does that. Because campaign contributions are a legal way to bribe politicians that are running for office to do what it is that they want them to do once they get in office. This is why Elon Musk is giving out $1 million per person to whoever votes,
And it would have been
because
just as a child quickly
he
matures
knows
after losing
that
their parents.
if you can pay off people to vote the way you want them to, they will. If you can pay off people to do the things you want them to do, they will. Not because they have any morals, not because they align with your views, but because you greased their palms and lined their pockets and made it to where they get to live the cushy lives they want to live, and they get to have the money they desire to have. That's what it is. Nothing more, nothing less.
Now then,
So,
realistically speaking, however, I am the god of contracts. My agreement
Anyway.
with the cryo-archon. As for the
I'm
bargaining
sorry.
chip, uncover that answer for your.
Today's the day of the rite of parting. Although the show is fake, we've spent so much time trying to organize it, it would be a real shame not to go there now.
yeah, so basically, we got people that are determined to run our country the way that they see fit, rather than the way the people necessarily want it to be run. That's the fact. That's the fact of the matter.
You know that God. Yes. Say.
I'm sorry, guys. I didn't mean to ramble about politics. As you understand, I'm just heated about it because it's just something that affects me too.
Though a dragon sword, gods and adepti rumors, and here's having been thwarted in his nor are they to believe street-born rumors or indulge in baseless speculation.
So that something feels off. Could the cheesing already... Did Zhang exactly, right?
Diamond in the rough. Oh, what the heck? Really? Really? Seriously? Fine. I'll do my daily commission.
betting on Jade?
All right, now I can finish the rite of parting. A fond farewell. And hopefully after that I can start getting to adventure rank 30. Almost at... Oh, I'm at adventure rank 29. Nice. So adventure rank 30 should be coming soon. And then that will be good for a number of reasons. Yay!
Look, it's Ningguang and...
As said previously,
3007.
we the people of Liyue,
Long un...
now that we have awoken from our... Will you stand with us?
So concludes the words of Does Her Eminence the Yuhung?
Huh?
Traveler.
Yikes! She really...
Is that the traveler who they...
So young. The Liyue Qixing always. Name your price.
Whoa.
Could you help put up some posters?
Well, could you help me put up some missing person?
All right.
Roping you in.
Hey, Madam Ping.
As for the more...
And but it seems, well, that...
Ah, there you are, Zhongli. Always in the background, huh?
Hey, Zhongli, look at this. And here you are, look...
Right. If... You're right.
But why would...
As the 𝑭𝒐𝒍𝒍𝒐𝒘, when I was journeying with you.
Oh, no wonder. Paimon gets it now. But since you weren't used to not being able to just...
Well, we were only spending in the city of commerce, the Archon Morax. I will treasure the memories that I made that is true.
Paimon thinks...
I fear that continuing your journey... Yes. The Electro Archon...
Paimon thinks we...
That is the case.
Right in.
That said, though, Zhongli...
Nice.
It's because of visions.
Yep, visions. The vision hunt decree.
When faced with circumstances beyond their... But if a person shows... This is what visions are.
That's...
But starting from last year...
Vision hunt?
Yes. It was a...
They want to seize vision.
I should think that in the right...
Whoa.
The animal Archon is the fact that even I, knowing her, she must have again 7 ideals. All right then. Was there anything else you wish to know?
Nothing
Tell
else.
them.
Okay, well... A new star approaches. Yay! It's done! Alright. Now,
Wow. I can...
quick start. Nice. Confirmed start. That'll be later. Because I also want to be able to get black stone under a white stone. Oh, I think that's the end of the Archon quest in.
Wow. I can join the team?
Excellent. Yay! I think I will. I think I'll do that. I think I will,
Wow. I can join
I want to see what that'll be like. Entering focused experience mode. Or Maritime Harbor. Ooh. Oh, okay. Yep. Okay, yep. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be doing the beginning of the Natlan Archon quest next time. I'll finish up the Inazuma and Sumeru and Fontaine Archon quests later, but I want to get to the Natlan Archon quests so I can get more rewards for when I do get to Sumeru, because I want to be able to have enough to where I can get Nahida. Well, either Nahida or what is it? Hutao, is that the other one? I'm not sure. Maybe they've got it on here. Do they have the announcements yet? Update summary. Event. Ah, yes, there we go. Okay, so Sub-Zero's is ending. And we have the Moongrass's Enlightenment. Okay. From the 29th, so today. No, wait, tomorrow. To the 19th. So. And then Moment of Bloom as well. And then Epitome Invocation. Nice. Okay. So we got Nahida. We got her weapon. Excellent. That'll be good. How long until the banner opens up? 1 day, 2 hours, 51 minutes. Okay, so tomorrow I can start working on getting... All right, so hopefully by tomorrow I can have that done. Teapot to call home. Exploding population. Oh, nice. Finally can do, I can finally start fishing. That way I can get the catch for Shangling. All right, guys. I'm going to go ahead and get off of here so I can get ready to go to group tonight. It was good to be here. Good to see y'all here. Sorry that I griped and complained about politics too much. See you again soon. Love you. Bye.